There are some concerning trends that I continue to see in terms of the very specific responses that schools take when certain behaviors come up in terms of an ADHD child and their dysregulation or their noncompliance or whatever it may be, the specific steps and action steps the school takes when these behaviors come up. Probably the most common response that I see schools take is simply calling home, calling the parent, or sending home a very long email documenting what happened with the child. And if this is the one and only step taken, this is obviously a massive red flag that the school and the individuals are not fully understanding of what ADHD is. So, the point of any response to a child's negative behaviors is to come up with a response to decrease them, to make them more independent and give them the skills to make sure these behaviors do not continue happening. That's always the goal, is to make that the last time that happens, give them the skills and move on so we don't have to deal with this anymore. But sending an email home to the parent or calling the parent is putting it on the shoulders of the parent to hold that child accountable. For a parent to hold a child accountable for what happened at school is unbelievably hard. And number one, it's because we have to finally understand that ADHD is a disorder of working memory. So by the time the child gets on the bus or takes the ride home and comes home, so much of what happened at school and whatever that negative event was is already completely out of their mind. They're in a new environment now, they've moved past, and they've forgotten a lot of the crucial details, especially the important aspect of cause and effect, what they did and how it affected them, what they did and how it affected others, is already completely out of their brain. So it needs to be taken care of at the school, within the school walls, with the individuals who were involved. Giving it all to the parent to take care of hours later is simply not going to work. And we also know that the ADHD brain is incredibly black and white, so they interpret relationships in various ways. It is very, very hard for a parent to hold a child accountable for something that happens with other people and in a different environment. So we're asking the parent to hold the child accountable for something where the parent wasn't even there and it didn't involve the parent at all. It's very, very hard for parents who have this unconditional love factor with their child to hold them accountable for something they weren't even involved in. Yes, parent communication is important, but we have to find more creative ways to get things done at school in that environment.